shotgun on a give. Allen is buried behind the line of scrimmage by Watt. Loss of 2.
That Justin Fields is reading him. He just makes the wrong read right there. And when you stay square as a defensive end, that's what makes the read so tough for a quarterback, because he's not 100% sure which way you're going. You better have those conversations quickly.
2nd and 7. Crushed. T.J. Watt. Shot out of a cannon.
That is one of those risks you take when you run the zone read. You are allowed to hit the quarterback even if he doesn't have the ball, because you just don't know.
Deshaun Elliott injured on the play. He was grabbing at his left knee. Is going to need assistance to get back to the Steelers sideline. Now he's going to walk it off on his own.
Lock out here at the end of the game. This could be a chance to show it.
Breece Hall accelerates for 2. Tackle made by Hayward.
Fake it to Charbonnet. Hayward bringing heat. Tapped it into the air. Picked off by Pittsburgh. And it's Nick Herbig in his season debut with his first career interception. Pittsburgh ball inside the 25 of Seattle.
Well, Cam Heyward is going to force the throw immediately. Look at Big 97. You can't be unblocked like that. And Sam Darnold just trying to get rid of this football. Hayward gets a big paw on that football and tips it right to his buddy, Nick Herbig, 3rd year, former Wisconsin Badger, making a statement today. Hey, all these guys are down. Don't worry about it. They got backups in the queue, ready to roll for the black and yellow.
Big time play by Herbig and these backup linebackers who have had to step in with all the Pittsburgh defensive injuries. And now Rodgers and company and 2 running backs take over at the 21 of Seattle. Handed off, Charbonnet. And nothing there. It was Jack Sawyer. 2nd NFL game for the former Ohio State star. And it's 3rd down. For Seattle at 43 yards. Charbonnet. Nothing there. Good penetration by Keanu Benton. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Second down and 6. Shotgun. May steps up and brought down. Drake May could not break away from Cameron Heyward, so the Steelers get pressure on the QB. It will go down as a sack for Pittsburgh.
You're going to see Cam Heyward just right here coming up the middle, just a pure bull rush. He's just going to bull rush nobody. Drake May is trying to step up in that pocket, but really nice job by Pittsburgh's defense keeping him contained. All of the rushers kept him inside. He had nowhere to go. A nice sack for Cam Heyward.
And now a 3rd down and 5 for New England. May under a rush, and May is sacked. It was a convoy to the quarterback for Pittsburgh with Derek Harmon and Cam Heyward.
You're going to see an interior stunt here where they're going to cross right across the middle, and Derek Harmon is going to sneak his way up through, and Drake May just has nowhere to go. Weren't even sure if he was going to be able to play in this game earlier this week. Comes in, makes a tackle on the previous play on the running back, now gets a sack in his first NFL action.
Single setback. They'll run him, and Stevenson stumbles in. Unless he was brought down first, and the Steelers believe they got to him. Peyton Wilson comes out of the pack with it, and Pittsburgh has got it.
That ball's out.
Stevenson has fumbled again. He lost it before he hit the goal line.
This end zone has some juju on it or something, because literally 3 inches before he gets into the end zone there, Patrick Queen gets a hand on it, ball's out, Peyton Wilson on top of it.
Well, I think Hayward may have gotten the hand as well.
It's the entire roster, and that's easier said than done.
Toss, Mason hit in the backfield, lost a few yards. Peyton Wilson, who was the Butkus Award winner as the top college linebacker 2 years ago. He had a good rookie year last year. He's lost some time recently to Cole Holcomb, but he shows right there why they love him so much.
Yeah, and I like the way that they're using Peyton Wilson and Cole Holcomb.
Wants to throw. Steps up. Sideline. Over Addison.
Just because you call a deep shot off the play action doesn't mean you have to take it. Follow Mason, so he gives a little chip there. Just dump it off. Look how deep the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is on first down. Don't force it downfield. Get that ball checked down to Mason. He probably picks up the first down.
I figured to be as tough as any in the league coming into the season. Meanwhile, the pass to the outside here in a short game. But tonight, if Pittsburgh wins, they have a 3.5 game lead at this point in the middle of October. If they lose, it's a game and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think Cincinnati came into this even in a short.
Burrow under pressure. They finally get to him. Finally. Cam Heyward, the first guy to get in there. T.J. Watt also in that play.
We just talked about, he hadn't made a play yet, but this is when these great players start to really take over. Look at the Ben, great hands, such a technician. They didn't chip him, so it freed him up. Hayward coming through the middle by Teddy Karras. And both of the leaders make a play when this defense needs it.
Yeah, two guys who figure to both wind up in Canton someday.
Taylor get the necessary yardage. First and goal, Indianapolis. Jones, clean pocket, knocked up in the air. Incomplete. Cam Heyward, who gets a piece of that pass from Jones. Tight formation. Jones faked the handoff, and his pass is deflected. Cam Heyward does it again. Now what do you do?
If you went for it before, you're going for it again. They go with the play action fake to try and trick him. Cam Heyward comes back, says, no, I'm not tricked.
Shotgun for Jones. He was hit as he throws and didn't have enough on it because of that. Incomplete. Cam Heyward put the heat.
Once again, that's Gonzalez, the right guard, who Cam Heyward just pushes back into the pocket and is able to put pressure, and Daniel Jones not able to follow through there. Great shot from our crew, seeing Cameron Hayward's eyes as he barrels down on Daniel Jones.
He's tied with Antonio Gates. Herbert has the pass deflected and incomplete. So the Steelers come up with yet another deflection at the line of scrimmage. It's Cam Heyward, who had a couple of those last week, up there again.
Yeah, I've been calling for the Stars, and it's been Cam Heyward here in the second half with two of these big pass deflections. Just times it perfectly. And on third down, that's everything you need. That's some of the same spin you're seeing there.
Herbert gives Vidal inside, and Cam Heyward will pull him down at the 25-yard line. 6:15 to go.
We just have to talk a little bit about what the Chargers are doing here. They are converting this franchise.
Vibe in those cities. The Buffalo is 10 Laramies. Not the size of, but the vibe is the same. Cook lost the football. The ball's still out. Oh, he had recovered it, but he didn't clearly pick it up. Pittsburgh's got a second takeaway.
Pittsburgh does it again. Number 2 in the National Football League at creating turnovers and getting takeaways.
Second and goal. Handoff late to Cook. And there is Hayward, taking out some of his frustration on that play.
You're going to watch him just bust through. Remember, I told you, just based on the coverage, you could tell they're going to sell out for the run. We've been run on too much today. 215 yards. Do not let them run in. This cannot go to a 3-score game. Mike Tomlin says if they want to throw it, fine, but we're not going to let it be easy.
First down. As Cook tries to break it outside, they're going to give 3 yards back. I'm glad you mentioned Edwards, because we talked a lot about Ryan Van DeMark. They call him Vandy, coming in for Deion Dawkins, and
when he's on, he can run. Watch out.
2nd and 6. Henry collides with 3-4 Steelers, including Cam Heyward. Only picks up a yard. Now you got 3rd and 5.
See Hayward right here. He's about the only one I saw inside who didn't get displaced consistent. He's got a double team, and he just splits it and basically disrupts and ends where there's no hole there. allowing time for the backside to get there, and he is still playing at such a high level at 36 years old. So impressive. I think it's Henry's time.
He wears him down. Here he goes. Oh, they're able to push him back. Looked like he would maybe get that full head of steam going. They got a 4th and 1.
It's just exceptional job by the second level. The linebackers come flowing over. Great team defense, the collective here. It's not just the individual, it's the collective doing their job over and over, and this is going to be Holcomb hits him in the hole there.
Yep. Dolphins here tonight. Best starting field position for Miami tonight, and Achane gets knocked down by Cam Heyward, who's been doing it a long time in year number 15. But Troy, after what we saw yesterday from Phillip Rivers, who we will see a week from tonight at home with the Colts against San Francisco, coming off the shelf at the age of 44.
Turning that into a touchdown.
Here's a quick throw. Achane out on the edge. And there's nowhere to go. Good play here by Hayward, and a loss of 2. 6 minutes to go in this game. Tagovailoa is sacked by Hayward. Highsmith had pressure. Cameron Hayward gets the sack and a loss of 7.
Yeah, Savaiya Naya is the left guard and the rookie, and Cam Hayward's one-on-one on him, and he's just able to push him right back into the quarterback with edge pressure as well. Cam Heyward, a couple of years ago, there was talk that maybe his best years were behind him, and he had a down year, and then last year he came in and played outstanding, and he's come off of that year and played exceptionally well again this season.
Let's see if now he can ride behind that offensive line, put together a drive. Feels it coming. It was Hayward. Saw the pressure behind him with Highsmith and barreling toward him with Cameron Hayward, and a loss of 5.
Just a great job by Hayward.
3 after a fumble recovery. They start here at the 14. Goff getting chased, and that pass is incomplete. A diving attempt.
It looks like you can just play action back here, but he's going to blitz off the edge. So when you turn your back as a quarterback, and now, he's right here, and then Hayward busts through the middle. It's good.
2nd and 4. Give it to him again. Hayward's on him. Hayward, always been a run stopper with plays like that throughout his decorated 15 years.
But watch, he's going to go ahead and use his hands and just throw Robinson. And he's turned back the hands of time this year, playing like he's 28 years old. He's been dominant the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes, he has. He's had sacks in each of the last 2 games. Sanders in trouble. Pressure was coming by Hayward. Oh, there's a flag out. And Hayward is furious.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
And you've got to try and pull up your body weight, they say. I mean, he does an outstanding job pressure. He's been playing great. But right here, he tries to kind of let up. They're supposed to.
Yeah, takes the hand off to try to make sure he doesn't get flagged for. See him hand right here. The swim move.
Well, Jim, I think that actually is one of those really close calls, but you got to try and let up a little early there.
Good sign so far for the Ravens.
Just outside the 45, Henry through one arm tackle. He'll gain 2 against this Pittsburgh defense.
TJ Watt, Pewaukee.
Cam Heyward, The Ohio State.
Keanu Benton, Janesville Craig High School.
Derek Harmon, Oregon. Alex Highsmith, Charlotte. Patrick Queen, LSU.
Malik Harrison, D. Ohio State University.
James Pierre, FAU. Kyle Duggar, Lenore Ryan. Jalen Ramsey, Purpose Prep.
Joey Porter Jr., King in the North.
Isaiah Likely touchdown that was overturned via replay. Derrick Henry left. Good run on the first play of the game. Brought down by Hayward back in the game. Only a gain of 1.
The Ravens came in with a huge group of tight ends and fullbacks, and the Steelers answered by taking one of their defensive backs off the field to match it and made the play. Cam Heyward has been one of the top pass rushers in the league this year and one of the best against the run. Amazing what he's been able to do throughout the course of his career.
Incomplete. It is Hayward who is everywhere tonight.
So here is the 2 gap we were talking about. He's going to go right through the lineman, but he's responsible for both gaps on both sides. but watch him just push his way back into the quarterback. At that point, he has to stay square because he has either side responsibility, and there he goes. Makes the hit just as Lamar was stepping up in the pocket. This is the reason he has continued to be one of the absolute best at his position.
Lamar Jackson had it rejected, intercepted on the deflection. T.J. Watt. Highsmith deflected it. Watt has his second pick of the year, and the Steelers are in business.
Oh, baby, no renegade needed now. They are just getting their hands up. Hayward, Highsmith, and T.J. Watt. And that makes it all worthwhile for T.J. Watt. Think of all that he has gone through to have a chance to play in this football game. The surgery, the rehab, and the bounce finally came his way.
And let's give it officially to Hayward on the deflection. And Watt in his dramatic return from that collapsed lung surgery to Derrick Henry inside, nothing. Another play by the 36-year-old captain, Cameron Heyward.
Well, remember what they did on the last drive. They came out and threw the ball on first down. That was one of those plays you go, I bet you they come out and run Derrick Henry on first down. They did. Now backs up against the wall. Now you have to allow Lamar to either get on the edge or get creative with some kind of scramble.
Here's Marks. Stood up. And that's big Cam Heyward. 3rd and 6 coming.
Now, Cam Heyward has had another outstanding year. And this is what he does throughout a ball game. He handles the double team, and he's able to fight through that and then be right there to make the play on Woody Marks. Cam Heyward coming off a huge game last week in that win against Baltimore.
Chubb just goes down. Penetration by Cam Heyward, and as we're watching this Texans offense out on the field, we have to start turning our focus to the Pittsburgh sideline. Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has hinted that this season would be his last during the week. The Steelers have said that they might be open to bringing Rodgers back another year if he would want to do that. And then what's the future for Mike Tomlin? In his 19th season,